Back in NBA 2K2, Shaquille O'Neal became the first 100 overall player in 2K history. And I wanted to find a way to put him into NBA 2K24 with the same stats, tendencies, and badges and simulate his career. But unfortunately, things were different back then. They didn't have all the same badges, same tendencies, stats, all of that. And then I remembered there was the My Team mode, where they actually dropped a 100 overall Shaquille O'Neal. So I went ahead and copied the stats, the badges, the tendencies of that 100 overall Shaq and put him into my NBA as a member of the 2024 draft class. And let me tell y'all, he is absolutely overpowered. Shaq can shoot the three, handle the ball. I didn't even know Shaq could do all of these things, but apparently in the eyes of my team, he can do everything. He's the greatest basketball player to ever grace the floor. And the Hawks have lucked out. They landed the #1 overall pick in this year's draft lottery, so they're going to be able to draft 100 overall Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Diesel. Now, obviously, in my NBA, it won't show him as a 100 overall because that's not a feature in the game. But in my team, Shaq, with these exact same stats and badges, is a 100 overall. Basically, what I'm saying is the Diesel is about to break the game. He's going to be playing in Atlanta alongside Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. But really, I don't even think it matters who he's playing alongside of. Shaq is going to be able to dominate regardless. I expect him to win a championship, an MVP, a DPOY, all of that as we head into season #1. Obviously, those are lofty expectations, so maybe he won't live up to them. Man, I didn't know I had injuries on. Let me turn those off real quick. And now we can get into the simulation. Well, it looks like Shaq is immediately going to break the NBA. 30 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists per game, 2 steals, 3 blocks. And did I mention that this man shot almost 50% from the 3-point line? Oh, okay, he only shot 19. My bad. I was hyping him up a little too much, but nonetheless, the Diesel was insane. He won Rookie of the Year. He also won DPOY. And the craziest part is the Atlanta Hawks went from the draft lottery to winning 75 basketball games. In round #1 of the playoffs, we got the Bucks. This should be light work. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop us this postseason. We make it through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs with no issues. Next up, we got the Cavs. They do have a good squad. Probably the best team we've faced so far. And we take care of them in 5. NBA Finals, it'll be OKC. Usually I'd be scared, but we have a 100 overall. Okay. It would be OKC taking down a 100 overall, wouldn't it? We're tied up into a piece headed into game 5. Let's jump in the Simcast. Well, it looks like we're going to get a chance to see 100 overall Shaquille in action. It is a 3-point game here, a minute 12 to go. Thunder have the lead and the ball. J-Dub gonna give it into SGA. Shea is defended by DeAndre Hunter. Gilgeous-Alexander gets the screen from J-Dub. He's gonna attack the basket. Beautiful pass down to Williams, who gets the layup to go through the contact. All right, that expands OKC's lead to 5. Trae Young bringing it up here. He's gonna dump it down to Shaq and 1. And Shea just fouled out. That's huge. Free throw for Shaq is good. He can shoot now. And we've got a 2-point game. Chet Holmgren bringing it up here for the Thunder. He'll get the screen from Williams. Holmgren defended closely by O'Neal. Gonna swing it out to Wallace. Casey Wallace ball fakes, finds Giddey. Josh Giddey to the basket, gives it to J-Dub. Williams, not much time left here. We'll get the screen from Chet. He's gonna shoot over Shaq. Yeah, that's not going in over the DPOY. Now O'Neal will bring up the ball himself. He could have pulled that 3. We know he can shoot it, but instead he swings to Young for a midi, and Young knocks it down. We're all tied up. Lou Dort inbounds to Chet Holmgren. Thunder can hold for the last shot and potentially win the game right here. Holmgren making his move on O'Neal. Oh my goodness, Chet. Bag work. He's going to pull a 3 over Shaq. He misses. We grab the board. Why didn't we call timeout? Bro, what are we doing? We had time. 2 timeouts left. We didn't call timeout. WIQ. You know what? It's fine. We're headed to overtime. We got the best player in basketball. We're going to get this dub. In overtime, this game has remained close. 48 seconds left. Thunder are up by 1. It's going to be Williams inbounding. He'll give it into Holmgren. Holmgren going right at O'Neal. He's going to fake, swing it over to Dort. Dort over to Giddey. Josh Giddey, defended by DeJounte Murray, will give it down to Chet. Chet over O'Neal. Yeah, that's not going to work, buddy. Now Shaq's pushing the ball up the floor with superhuman speed. He'll give it over to Trae Young. Young over to Shaq. Shaq finds Murray in the corner. DeJounte! Oh my gosh. Wide open, bro. It'll never get more open than that. And now we got to send the Thunder to the line. Casey Wallace, first foul shot cash. He's a good shooter. He's going to hit both of these, which will leave us looking for a 3 ball. I mean, there's still time left, but oh my gosh, man. I can't believe our guy DeJounte sold that. I'd assume we're going to Trae for this 3 ball. It'll go into DeJounte Murray. Gonna pull a mid-range. DeJounte. Oh my gosh. The front office needs to trade you, bro. The front office needs to trade DeJounte, dog. 33 and 14 from Shaq. 42 and 16 from Trae Young. And we lose. It's not over, though. If we win this game 6, we're going 7. And we are going 7. We won that by 1. That's crazy. Shout out to the Diesel. 42 and 20. Also, real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far, I'd really appreciate if you consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 50K. Thank y'all so much for all your support. And it looks like Game 7 in Shaq's rookie season is coming down to the wire. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Oklahoma City is up by 2, and they have possession of the ball. It's going to go into Holmgren. Holmgren over to Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander to the basket. Puts up the layup. Gets it to go. I can't believe we lost that last game, the Game 5 we hopped into, especially considering that Shea was fouled out. Speaking of fouled out, where's Shaq at? Okay, he didn't foul out. We're just waiting for him to sub in. In the meantime, it's going to be DeJounte going to work here. Murray will get the screen here from Capella. DeJounte steps back. Mid-range is good. All right, DeJounte, big shot there. He's redeeming himself from that Game 5. Here comes Shea Gilgeous-Alexander looking for an answer. He'll attack the basket. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The acrobatic layup is good. We're down by 4 here. Shaq is not checked in the game. DeJounte, it is all on you. Murray will get the screen here from Okongwu. Let a 3 ball fly. Oh no. Okongwu the rebound though. It'll go out to Hunter. Hunter's kind of just standing here. You need to do something, man. Oh, he finds Jones for a 3. Come on, Tyus. Bang! 1 point game. 27 seconds left. And now we can get the Diesel subbed in too. That was a huge shot from Tyus. Now right here, I'd assume we're going to intentionally foul. Yeah. It's going to be Giddey going to the line. I don't know how good of a free throw shooter he is. He makes the first. Second one for Josh. Giddey's also good. Okay, so we're going to have to go for 3 here, or maybe a quick 2. We'll see what coach is thinking. AJ Griffin into Trae Young. Young defended by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gonna give it down to the Diesel. Diesel fakes. Midi is good. All right, that was a pretty quick 2. And now, oh, did we get the steal? No, it was a foul. Bro, I thought J-Dub lost the ball. He hits the first free throw. Second one for J-Dub is off. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Shaq will grab the rebound. He's bringing up the ball here for Atlanta. We can go for a 2. A 2 would force OT. It goes over to Capella. Capella to Young. Young has it. He's defended by Gilgeous-Alexander. It's going to go down to O'Neal. Shaq going to swing it over to Griffin for a 3. AJ Griffin misses. Oh my gosh. Shaq, bro, I don't care who's standing in your way. You are Shaquille O'Neal in the paint, and you swing it out. Shout out to the Brody winning a championship on the OKC homecoming. But anyway, you're in the post. You swing the ball out to AJ Griffin. Oh my gosh. 75 wins and no championship? Shaq had 29 and 10, which is cool. But bro, you really swung the rock there. Last possession, I need my guy Shaq to turn into MPJ. No passing, all shots. That was a really fun first year though. Shout out to OKC. It was a fun battle with them. And now as we head into season number 2, the core pretty much stuck together. So hopefully we can make it back to the finals and, you know, actually win this time. Season is wrapped, and 100 overall Shaq was unable to win the MVP this year as Luka took home the award. Shaq did win DPOY, and the numbers were great. He also ended up making All-NBA first, and we won 66 games. Not as crazy as the 75, 5 that we won in Shaq's rookie campaign, but great nonetheless. In round number 1, we'll be taking on the Raptors, and we beat them in 5. Round 2, it'll be the Washington Wizards. We beat them in 5. Conference finals, we got the Cavs. We beat them in 5. And just like that, we're in the finals against Luka and the Mavs. Now, they took down the Thunder, so I'm scared of them. Game 1 will go to us. We also win game 2 and 3. And we sweep them. Wow. Shaq wins his first championship and wins the finals MVP, averaging 31 points per game to go along with 13 boards and 7 assists in the postseason. Incredible stuff from the Diesel. There we go, man. Ring number 1 for Shaq. And that playoff run looked easy for the guys. So let's see if we can go for 2 in a row. Another season in the books. Shaq back to winning MVP. He also wins DPOY. And this year we won 63 games. 3 seasons for the Diesel so far, and every year we've been the 1 seed. Round 1, we get Orlando up and out of here. But the Raptors are giving us some problems. We got a game 7 coming up against Toronto. They have Tatum? Things are about to get interesting here in this final game. And we've got another close one. This video, we've had quite a few hopping games. 43 seconds left. We're all tied up. It's going to be Toronto with the ball. Patrick Baldwin Jr. is inbounding. He'll give it into Tatum. Tatum is defended by Okongwu. He's going to get to the basket and get an easy layup to go. Okongwu into Trae Young. Young is defended by D-Loading. Trae going to pull a 3. Oh my goodness! That's a tough shot, bro. That'll give us a 1-point lead as the Raptors have the ball. And they're going to call timeout. Usman Garuba into Bailey. Bailey over to Russell. Russell to Tatum. JT is defended by Jalen Johnson. He'll get the screen from Garuba. Tatum thinks about the mid-range. Swings it to Garuba, who knocks down the 3. That'll give the Raptors a 2-point lead here. About 16 seconds left. We can tie with a 2. Take the lead with a 3. And it's going to go into Trae. Trae is defended by D'Lo, who isn't the best defender, and Young is looking to go to work here. Trae getting in his bag. Oh my goodness. And Young's gonna go to the basket. Jumper is off. No! Unless Usman Garuba misses here, and he just made the first one. Our season is over with. Garuba misses, but we don't even have enough time to get the shot off. That will do it. The Raptors beat us here. This is the first season of the Diesel's career where he hasn't made it to the NBA Finals. We got our season ended by the Usman Garuba 3-pointer. That's crazy, man. And as we head into season number 4, the team pretty much looks the same. We did draft Isaiah Evans last year, and maybe he'll be playing some rotational minutes, but that's really the only notable change. Hey, man, y'all think Shaq could average a triple-double at some point in this video? He averaged over 8 assists a night this year, and that's absolutely crazy to me. Shaq still isn't shooting a ton of threes, though. I would really like to see him let it fly a little bit more, but nonetheless, he's doing his thing. Wait, did he not win DPOY this year? I kind of skipped over it. Oh, okay, he did end up winning it. So that's 3 MVPs and 4 DPOYs so far in 4 seasons in the association. We were once again the 1 seed, winning 62 games, and in the first round, we'll be taking on Chicago. We beat them in 5. Round 2, we got Detroit. We beat them in 7. I probably should have slowed that one down, but we end up winning by 9 points in game 7. Next up, here's our rematch against Toronto, and we sweep them. In the NBA Finals, it's going to be the Golden State Warriors led by Luka. Hold on, man. The Warriors replaced Steph with Luka? That's crazy. But it looks like we're going to take down Doncic unless... Oh my gosh. We were up 3-1, and now Luka's looking to make the comeback. Here we go, Game 7. Let's jump in the Simcast. We've got another close one. Minute 17 remaining. Warriors with a 2-point lead. The Diesel is not in the game right now. He's got 37, 15, and 8, and he hasn't fouled out, so he should be checking in soon. In the meantime, Sense Ball will give it into Simmons. Benjamin. Now it'll go over to Edgecombe. Edgecombe is defended by Dylan the Villain. He'll get the screen from Keegan Murray. Edgecombe to the basket. Dylan! Dylan, retire! Retire! Dude, Dude, oh my gosh. Bro, those are always the nastiest type of dunks where bro just falls on the ground after getting postered. Oh my goodness. Trae Young with the ball. He puts up the layup, misses. It's rebounded by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh over to Edgecombe. Dylan, I don't even know what you do on VJ at this point defensively. He's going to get doubled. He finds Murray wide open. Murray will miss. We grab the rebound. We're going to need to get a bucket here or our season is all but over with. It'll go to Trae Young. Young, you got to give it over to Brooks. Brooks over to Evans. Man, we are getting clamped. It goes to Brooks for a three. Dylan. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that's going to do it, man. We end up losing here. Shaq with 37 and 15. It won't be enough. We lose in game 7. That is the second time that has happened in the NBA Finals to Shaquille O'Neal. Don't get me wrong, 100 overall Shaq has been great so far throughout this video, but I expected him to win more chips. Only 1 championship so far in 4 seasons. And maybe Isaiah Evans can help us get over the hump and win more championships because he's up to an 85 overall headed into his 3rd season. He should be a major contributor for the squad. Now, I'm wondering if I can move him to the 3. He goes up to an 87. Perfect. The starting lineup looks even better now. Let's go win a title. Shaquille, another MVP, another DPOY, and the Diesel, of course, makes first team. And of course, we were the 1 seed. Man, the East kind of sucked this year. There were no other teams who won more than 50 games. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Raptors. Get them out of here. We beat them in 5. Round 2, it'll be the Pacers. We beat them in 5. Conference Finals, we got the Bulls. We beat them in 5. And we're moving on to the finals for our rematch against Golden State. We lost to them last year in 7. Let's beat them this time. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. And ultimately, we beat the Warriors in 5 games this time as Shaq nearly averages a triple-double in the NBA Finals. That was a fairly easy run to the NBA championship. But we have yet to be able to win 2 championships in a row. Maybe that'll change as now Isaiah Evans is a 90 overall. We also have Lauri Markkanen, who just regressed down to an 81. But anyways, let's get into another season. The Diesel, another MVP, another DPOY, business as usual. We were the 1 seed once again, like we've been every year of this video. And the first 2 rounds of the playoffs went smoothly. We took care of the Bulls easily, and we're back in the finals. This is our chance to take down OKC. Remember, year 1, we won 75 games and lost to this team. Now we've got a chance to make things right. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. They win game 5 and 6. This would be the second 3-1 lead Shaq has blown in the finals. Don't do this again, Diesel. It is all tied up with 12 seconds left. The Thunder have made a crazy run in the second half of this game. Now they have the ball and a chance to send us packing. Shaq is not checked in right now as he is fouled out of this game. We need a defensive stop without our best defender. Shea will get doubled. It goes over to Capella, a former Hawk. Now it'll go to Koa Pete. Pete, defended well by Evans, gonna spin, put up a hook, miss. We get the rebound and call timeout. Oh my goodness, we have time to get a shot off. We could win it right here. Amundsen is inbounding the ball. It'll go into DeJounte for a 3. Murray gets it to go. Now, did it count? That's the big question here. Let me do my own little replay review. So let's back up the camera. 0.6 left on the clock. 0.5, 0.4. Oh, that left his fingertips before the time expired. Ref, you better get this right. Look at that. That's clear as day. DeJounte Murray just won us the NBA Finals. That was the greatest shot in NBA history, bro. Shout out to DeJounte. We won. A buzzer beater to win the chip game 7 of the finals. That is insane. The Diesel is holding up the trophy. We successfully just went back-to-back on NBA titles. Before fouling out, Shaq had 22, 11, and 7. Isaiah Evans had a big game with 32, and Murray had 20 points. But 3 of those were the biggest points in NBA history, man. Shout out to DeJounte. Shaq wins Finals MVP. And now we're going for the 3-peat. We were able to keep the entire core together, so I'm hopeful we can win another chip. Shaq did it again. Another MVP, another DPOY. It's safe to say, as a 100 overall, he has been dominating. We won 58 games this year. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Wizards. We beat them in 6. Round 2, it'll be Philly. We beat them in 6. Conference Finals, we got Indiana. We beat them in 5. We're back in the finals. Another battle with the Thunder. Here we go again. Game 1 of the series goes to OKC. We win game 2 and 3 and 4. We beat them in 5. Shaq, another chip. And that's the three-peat we were looking for. 4 championships on the resume, and 100 overall Shaq has already cemented himself as one of the greatest players in NBA history. And remember, he's only played 7 seasons in the association. Now we just got to see if we can go for a 4th. Shaq, another MVP. He also won DPOY as usual, and we were the 1 seed as usual, 58 wins. Let's see if we can get that 4th chip in a row. Round 1, we're running into trouble. Oh my gosh! Indiana just beat us. So our chances of a 4-peat are over with. And I'm looking at this Pacers roster. They low-key look pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know how this team was an 8 seed. Nonetheless, we lost to them. And now DeJounte and Trey are regressing. I didn't realize how old they were at this point. So there's going to be a little more on Shaq's shoulders as we head into another season. Shaq did it again, another MVP, another DPOY, and we won 60 games. We've consistently dominated the regular season here in Atlanta, being the #1 team in the East since Shaq got drafted. And this year, we're dominating in the playoffs. Unless the Hornets are about to take us down. Yep, LaMelo beat us here. Shaq was good, but not good enough. And that's the 2nd year in a row we've lost in the postseason. Last year it was in the first round. This year it was in the conference finals. So since our 3-peat, we have been unable to make it back to the NBA finals. And I think part of the reason for that is some of the guys on the team are just getting older. Also, it's important to note that Isaiah Evans is entering the last year of his deal. So is DeJounte, so is Trey. And Shaq has 2 years left on his deal, although he wants an extension. Shaq, another MVP, another DPOY, and another 1 seed finish for the Atlanta Hawks. Round 1 will be taking on Indiana, and we beat them in 7. Round 2, it's going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. We're up 3-2 on them, and we beat them in 6. Conference finals, we got the Hornets, who beat us last year. This year, we'll beat them. And in the NBA finals, we got the Warriors. I mean, they don't even have a player above 90. We have 2 players above 90, so I think we should be able to win this one. We're up 3-0, and we sweep them. Shaq, another championship added to the resume. That is ring number 5. The resume is ridiculous. I would say at this point, the resume is second to none. He's probably already the greatest basketball player in NBA history. But unfortunately, this offseason, we lost DeJounte Murray. That definitely makes things a lot more difficult here in Atlanta. It's sad to see Murray leave the team. That Game 7 shot was historical. We won't forget about that one here in Atlanta, DeJounte. But nonetheless, we'll see if Shaquille can get it done without Murray in the mix. Wemby won MVP this year, putting up ridiculous numbers. And part of that is because the shot clock changed down to 20 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and change that back to 24 in the offseason. But that's why Wemby's numbers were so insane. Anyway, we were the 4 seed this year, definitely feeling the effects of DeJounte Murray leaving. Nonetheless, Shaq was good. He did win DPOY. And in round 1, we'll be taking on the Miami Heat. We get past them in 6. Round 2, it'll be the Pistons, and we get swept. So it's clear we're missing DeJounte Murray here in Atlanta. And at this point, Shaq is kind of locked in here in Atlanta at 30 years old. He's got 3 years left on his contract, and we just signed an old Giannis to help us out. He's played 22 years. Dang, old man. But yeah, the team is definitely not as good as it once was in the days where we were just dominating, winning all those championships. So Shaq, you're just gonna have to go crazy. Shaquille, another MVP, another DPOY. Every season Shaq's been in the league, he's won the DPOY, and he's won a whole lot of MVPs as well. This year, we bounced back. We won 52 games. A lot better than last season. Or, well, maybe only a couple games better. But anyway, we were better. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Charlotte Hornets. We go ahead and beat them in 5. Round 2, it'll be the Bulls. And we're headed to a Game 7 against Chicago. Oh, they have Wemby and Scotty Barnes on the squad, too. This is going to be tough. Yeah, we're cooked here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Wembanyama absolutely destroyed 100 overall Shaq. And at this point, O'Neal is 31 years old. We did pick up Darius Garland, so that's kind of cool. But overall, kind of an old supporting cast around the Diesel besides Isaiah Evans. But Shaq wants to remain loyal to Atlanta. He's already talking about another contract extension. So it looks like we might see O'Neal play out the rest of his NBA career here with the Hawks. Shaq, another MVP and DPOY. And this year we won 49 games. Not bad. Round 1 we'll be taking on Chicago. And we lost in 7. It was a 1-point game. I should have jumped in. Wembanyama beats us once again. Shaq was good in the playoffs. But at this point, the Diesel is 32 years old. We did pick up Jovan Ruffin, who maybe can help us out a little bit. But the supporting cast in Atlanta has kind of just slowly dwindled away. It's gotten worse and worse. And now you're asking an old Shaq to carry. I know he's an 100 overall, but the team around him just isn't that good. But hey, we have made the playoffs every single year, and as long as you're in the postseason, you got a chance to win that title. Shaquille, another MVP. Oh man, Wemby won DPOY over Shaq. The streak of Defensive Player of the Years is over for the Diesel. He won 13 in a row. Anyway, let's jump into the playoffs. We were actually the 1 seed this year, winning 62 games. So a major bounce back year for the team. Round 1, we got the Raptors. We beat them in 6. Round 2, it's going to be the Orlando Magic. We sweep them. Conference Finals, we got the Hornets. We beat them in 6. And Shaq is back in the NBA Finals, competing for the Larry O'Brien against a Hawks team that isn't great. Okay, we're down 2-0. We win game 3. We lose game 4. Take game 5 and 6. Shaq blew a 3-1 lead in the finals earlier in his NBA career. Let's see if he can come back later in his career. It looks like Shaq is going to do it. Shaq and the Atlanta Hawks come back from down 3-0 in the finals to win the Larry O'Brien. And the team still looks kind of decent. So hey man, maybe we can go for another one. At this point, the Diesel already has 6 championships. And now we're looking to go back to back and add ring number 7 to that resume. I'm not going to lie, I thought it was over with once we lost DeJounte Murray. Shaq was getting older, you know, I was like, oh, we're cooked. But bro, we've been good. We won 56 games this year. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Hornets. We sweep them. Round 2, we got the Wizards. We beat them in 6. Conference Finals, we got Philly. We sweep them. We're back in the finals, looking to go back to back. And for Shaq to win ring number 7. Game 1 of the series will go to us. We win game 2. We're up 3-1 in the series. And boom, that's another chip for 100 overall Diesel. 15 seasons. 7 championships, incredible stuff. But it might be tough for us to go for the 3-peat as a lot of guys on our squad are regressing. Shaq, let's see if you can hold it down. Shaq, another MVP. Wemby wins DPOY. He took that award away from our guy Shaq. He's done that the past couple years. We won 62 games on the season. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Brooklyn Nets. We sweep them. Round 2, it's going to be the Cavs, and we get swept. Well, that's tough, man. But I think Shaq still got quite a bit left in the tank. He is still a 99 overall at this point, and he's headed into the last year of his contract. He wants an extension here in Atlanta as he heads into season number 17. Shaq did it again, another MVP, and he's back to winning DPOY as well. This year we won 61 games. In the first round, we'll be taking on the Indiana Pacers, and we beat them in 5. Round 2, it's going to be the Orlando Magic, and we beat them in 6. Conference Finals, we got the Philadelphia 76ers, and it is headed to a Game 7. I stopped that just in time. The Sixers have an old Paolo. They've also got Ace Bailey and Trey Johnson, and we've got a pretty good lead here in the 4th quarter. It looks like we will be moving on to the finals. Shout out to Shaq, 36 points and 15 boards, and in the finals, we're taking on a pretty nice Kings team. We're down 3-1, and we lose in 5. Dang it, man. Oh my gosh, the team is so old too. After that L, oh, we might be cooked. Shaquille, another MVP. And let me know in the comments section, do you all want to see another video where I take another one of these 100 overall My Team cards and throw that player into the NBA? Because this one has been really fun, and Shaq has been super dominant. Speaking of dominant, we were the number 1 seed this year again with 53 wins. Round 1, we almost blew it 3-0 to Philly, but we end up winning. Next up, we got the Wizards, who we also beat in 7. Conference Finals, we got the Nets, and we beat them in 5. So we're back in the finals. finals, this time taking on the Houston Rockets. This team is not better than ours, man. Come on. Game 1 will go to us. They win game 2 and 3. We'll take game 4 and 5. And they win game 6. This is our third game 7 of these playoffs. Absolutely crazy. But just like all the other game 7s, we end up taking the dub. Shaq wins finals MVP. And at this point, I'm watching out to see if Shaq's gonna retire at some point pretty soon. He's 37 years old. The regression has started. And he's also headed into his 19th season in the association. Shaquille did it again, another MVP. And he's still not talking about retiring. He wants a contract extension here in Atlanta. All right, Shaq. And this year we won 52 games, making us the 3 seed in the East. Round 1 we'll be taking on Milwaukee, and we lost. Shaq tried his best. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And now he is about to head into season number 20 of his NBA career, which is crazy to say. He's down to a 93 overall. Isaiah Evans is regressing as well. I feel like this year we're probably going to see a pretty significant drop off as a team. I don't anticipate us being like a top 3 seed in this upcoming year. For the first time in a long time, Shaq didn't win MVP. He also didn't win DPOY. And this year he dropped down onto All-NBA second team. I mean, you understand why. He is 39 years old, but he still wants to keep hooping. So it looks like we'll see Shaq continue to play next season in year 21. And this year we ended up winning 57 games. I was hating saying we weren't going to be a top 3 team. And I mean, it didn't matter that we were a top 2 team because we got cooked in round number 1. But credit to the Hawks for playing good regular season basketball. Now we're getting ready for year 21 of Shaq's career. At this point, he's down to a 91 overall. A lot of the other guys are pretty old too. But I'm excited to see where Shaq ends up in the record books due to the amount of years he's ended up playing in this simulation. I feel like he's put up some pretty crazy records, but I guess we'll find out once he retires. Another season in the books, Herb Teague wins MVP, and at this point, the best days of Shaq's career are behind him. He is ready to leave the game at 40 years old after 21 years pro, but he'll have one last chance to win a chip here in the NBA playoffs. In the first round, we got the Hornets. We're headed to a game 7. Let's just see if we make it out of here. We lost. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. But nonetheless, shout out to the Diesel for a very fun video and a very eventful career. But now, after 21 years pro, his career has come to an end. O'Neal won 8 chips, 17 MVPs, 8 finals MVPs, made 21 All-Star teams, 19 All-NBA first teams, and 1 All-NBA third team. And then let me head over here and count up his DPOYs as well. Shaq won a ridiculous 14 DPOYs. He also finished number 1 all-time in scoring with 43,626 points. He finished 3rd in field goals made, 1st in free throws made, which is funny, 3rd in rebounds, 21st in assists, 2nd in blocks, 3rd in steals, and 3rd in minutes. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.